G'day Rams fans. Great to have you with us. Before we dive deep into this massive analysis of our roster's future and the captain's words, you know the drill. Smash that like button, drop a comment on what you reckon about the young guns on the team, and sub to the channel so you don't miss a beat of our march to the Super Bowl. Today's content is an absolute ripper. Matthew Stafford isn't just the bloke with the cannon for an arm in LA. He's the heartbeat of a franchise that's learned to win under the pump. Heading into his sixth season with the Rams in 2026, Stafford shared some thoughts that are ringing out across the SoFi Stadium. The talent's bloody obvious, but the maturity needs to step up a notch. In a candid chat on SiriusXM's Let's Go podcast, the veteran QB opened up about what is seen from a squad that's a mix of premiership heroes and the sometimes risky cheekiness of the young blokes. Sean McVay's whole vibe has always been "we not me." But the 2025 squad really pushed that culture to the edge. We saw the massive rise of Puka Nacua and Jared Verse, blokes who'd walk into any starting side in the league. But with the highlights came the noise. Stafford pointed out that while it's been fun and rewarding watching these young fellas grow, there's still a fair way to go mentally. For Stafford, top-tier footy is played in the tiny details and keeping your head screwed on right. There's definitely more room for growth and maturity from all of our team, Stafford said. He didn't just pull that out of thin air. It comes after a season where off-field slips and a lack of focus at the business end of the season cost the team dearly. The biggest worry on the maturity front is probably Puka Nacua. The wide receiver, who smashed rookie records, copped a bit of stick for incidents a veteran like Stafford would never get mixed up in. From dodgy live streams with gestures that aren't on, to trying to sneak influencers into the team facilities right before the biggest game of the year, Nacua's antics have raised a few eyebrows. Having a crack at the refs on Twitter after losses to rivals like the Seahawks doesn't just lead to fines. It builds a culture of making excuses that Sean McVay absolutely hates. The Rams' culture was built on taking ownership, and Stafford knows that without a bit of a course correction, Nacua's physical talent might be overshadowed by his lack of discipline. On the defensive side, it was a case of being a bit too cocky. Jared Verse, a total beast in the pass rush, admitted something pretty concerning about the NFC title game. The team rocked up thinking the opposition would just roll over because of recent form. When the first big blow landed, the defense just shut down mentally. That psychological fragility is exactly what Stafford wants to bin. Back in 2021, the premiership winning side had legends like Von Miller and Andrew Whitworth, blokes who didn't blink if the team conceded a touchdown in the first quarter. Now, with Rob Havenstein hanging up the boots and veterans like Tyler Higbee and Cam Curl potentially off in free agency, there's a real gap in leadership. The front office, led by Les Snead, is now facing a tough call. Do they stick with the young crew or go out and find some hard-as-nails veterans? Stafford wants a group similar to last year's, but with a fresh mindset. Getting Devontae Adams back helps the attack, but the defense needs a steady hand. Kobe Turner and Nate Landman are stepping up as leaders, but is it enough to guide young blokes who seem more worried about likes on socials than the playbook? Stafford's message is loud and clear. Talent got us this far, but maturity is what'll get us the silverware. Stafford's window won't stay open forever, and he's got no time to waste on amateur mistakes in a pros game.